to do, no longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worry, nowhere to go, something to do, but I don't need to hurry.
Vietnamese. Ta hạnh phúc liền giây phút này,
Lòng đã quyến dừng hết âu lo,
không
đi đâu nữa, có chi để làm, không buông bỏ, sống không vội vàng. Ta hạnh phúc liền giây phút này, lòng đã quyến dứt hết âu lo,
không
sống khi bước thanh thơi lúc làm, lòng thanh thản sống trong nhẹ nhàng.
Francophone. Le bonheur c'est maintenant, je sais tous mes soucis, que ba wa le sao fait. I know, just a little bit. I tried.
Rien à faire, à présent j'ai tout mon temps.
Le bonheur c'est maintenant,
Je laisse tomber tous mes soucis, quoi que je fasse et où que j'aille. À présent, je prends mon temps.
Merci beaucoup. Happiness is spreading all around, all languages, all countries. We're still waiting for, we have a lot of empty seats, so let's sing a few more songs. What song, sister? Oh, breathing in, breathing out, okay. We can always return to our breathing, return to the present moment. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower, I am fresh as the dew. I am solid as the mountain, I am firm as the earth, I am free. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am water reflecting what is real, what is true. And I feel there is space deep inside of me. I am free, I am free, I am free. One Vietnamese song có mấy các anh chị OI nhiều lắm nè. Again. quay về nương tựa hai đạo tự thân, chánh niệm là bùn soi sáng xa gần, hơi thở là pháp bảo hộ thân tâm, năm uẩn là tăng phối hợp tinh cần, thở vào thở ra là hoa tươi mát, là núi vững vàng, nước tình lặng chiếu không gian thanh thang. Thank you. What else, sister? Any suggestion? Français. The breathing in, breathing out. Okay, wait. Quand j'expire, quand j'expire,
je me sens comme une fleur, aussi fraîche que la rosée. Je suis solide comme la montagne, je suis ferme comme la terre, je suis libre quand j'inspire, quand j'expire, quand j'inspire, quand j'expire. Je suis l'eau reflétant ce qui est vrai, ce qui est beau, et je sens qu'il y a de l'espace tout au fond de moi. Liberté, liberté, liberté.
Được chứ chị? Thank you, dear friend, for your support. Yeah. Okay, chị.
So dear respected Thầy and dear beloved Sangha, so how everything so far? So we have a very beautiful ceremony this morning, and we love to see all of you be here with us and practice with us. We're so happy to have you. So this morning, we shall have a section we call question and response. So we try the best we can. One thing I would like to tell you, this is a panel with me. This is the first time in this retreat I met them. We didn't have a chance to meet before. And of course, every one of us, we have experience about the practice. And we hope all the questions will be focused to the practice and how to build a Sangha. And we have here very wonderful Sangha building. And of course, we try our best to answer your question. And first thing first, I would like to introduce themselves for you so you know us better. So we will start with on my right side. Yes, please.
Dear Thai, dear friends, Dennis Bone, I practice in a number of places. Dennis Bone, I practice in a number of places, including Brooklyn, New York. What I want to say is Thai has said that he hands somebody a lamp and maybe 10 years later they become a Dharma teacher. So I was ordained into the Order of Interbeing in '97, and I received a lamp transmission from Thai in 2011.
So, dear respected Thai, dear beloved Dharma family, this is An Hương. The Sangha put me here, so I am here. It's wonderful to sit here to see everyone's face. I think this is the best spot. So I would like to invite everyone to come and take turn and sit here and look.
Dear respected Thai, dear family, my name is Den Ngin, True Adornment with Concentration. I received the lamp in 1999, and My name is True Adornment with Concentration, because I lacked concentration. That's why Thầy gave me this name. And I received the lamp in 1999. The last time I was here was in the year 2013 with Thầy in the US tour. And I'm back here 10 years later. So with lots of gratitude and emotion that I'm step back to this place, this land with so many memories.
Dear respected Thầy and dear beloved Sangha, my name is Brother Pháp Lạc. That means Dharma happiness. So according to my sister, she says it's a lack of happiness. And also I'm kind of a lazy monk. You won't see me much when you come here. This morning is kind of honor for me to sit in my right side. It's I can say it's two of them very wonderful brother and sister for me. When I was ordained, Sister An Hương is one of them. Every time they came to U.S., we saw her. And I know her kind of long time, very, very long time. But we never, ever have time to talk much. But we feel very close. And the same over here is my sister. I also so happy just to be here with her. This is the first time, also the first time. Everything here is just the first time for me to sit with them here. So I'm a lazy monk, so I let them do everything. I just smile. I think that's enough. I try to build up my happiness. I'm so happy to see all of you here. Now is the time. Please, if you have any question, please come and sit with us. Like our sister, she just said, everybody take turn to sit here. We will sit here until midnight. Thank you very much. And also, in order to save in time, please if you have questions, please go up here and sit, get in line here on the back of the chair. And for some of you, if you feel not comfortable to sit here, you can write on a sheet of paper. You can hand to us. Thank you.
Can you all hear? Okay. So this is my question. In the talk that Thai gave on the 6 concords and the Sangha Karman procedure, he said 2 times, at least 2 times, maybe 3 times, he said, in the meeting, in the Sangha meeting, the sharings should be permanent. And I didn't understand it. And he said it like 3 times, so it seemed it must be important. So I didn't understand in a world of impermanence how a sharing could be permanent. So that's my question. Just to put down.
That's the easy one.
Start you with the easy one.
How about let me go first? The Sangha common procedure is to make something routine every time. For example, whoever in this tradition, Plummeted tradition, we will have 3 months of winter retreat. So that becomes a routine every year. So we don't need to make another Sangha common again and again. Yeah, we need just one time, that enough. And the other thing, lately I remember when Thầy came here for the US tour. And of course everybody want to come to see Thầy, and they have, the organizing team, they make a lot of, make up a lot of program, a lot of thing for him to do it. They give them a talk in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, things like that. But that's too much. And then we have a Sangha common procedure among Thầy and with the group of follow Thầy is every time he comes to US, one day, one talk. Yes, that is everybody to agree to help Thầy, to protect Thầy. That is another example. So in the Sangha life, something just happen over and over again. So we will make just one Dhamma Sangha common for every activity, for every activity in the Sangha life. That's so far I remember. Permanent sharing.
Right, the question. Yes, that was very clear, I understand. Thank you. But then,
Dear respected Thầy, dear friends, this is Dennis again. My hearing is not very good, and I puzzled over whether I was hearing the word permanent or not. Even closer. Goodness gracious. My hearing is not very good, and I struggled about whether I was hearing the word permanent or not. And I also had your question. As I listened and tried to understand myself, I heard Tai talk a little bit about how termites and bees are in contact with one another and communicating with one another by odors and senses all the time. And that was the only way I could make sense out of sharing permanently. That was my thought, which may or may not be correct. Thank you.
And my sister, she just remind me about not only the something to routine, but we also agree when we stay together. So when we receive something, give everything from donation, we share. And we only make one thing, so everybody know it. So every time we receive anything from you, from everything, we share together. And that is some of the thing. Because when we say Sangha common, that means we make agreement to all our Sangha. So we agree, and we will, when we agree, so the harmony will be established in the community. That is so far right now.
I understood your question about permanent sharing. And so Sangha life is like community life. It's non-self, the very concrete practice of non-self. We share everything. We share the same roof. It means that we stay together. We live together. We share material resources. We share ideas. We share everything. And we are one.
And again, when we say we practice, that means we are not perfect. Not perfect. Yeah. And when you come to see us, something like that, don't feel like what you share is not really, but we are in the process of practicing. Thank you.
Dear Tai, respect to Tai and dear family, dear brothers and sisters, my name is Cindy. I practice in Rhode Island. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, great, thanks. My question is this. It's about Sangha health in this time of transition where we are no longer meeting necessarily in person, nor specifically on Zoom, but a hybrid. And it's created a different kind of scenario where not only are people deciding whether or not they want to attend in person, but it's also opened up the opportunity for persons who are seeking the refuge of a Sangha, who have experienced their own trauma and maybe not wanting to put both feet in. And so maybe they are attending the Sangha on Zoom and preferring to not have their video on. And that can be traumatic for the other persons attending. It's not at all like when we were attending in person, face to face, and it's created some challenges. And I would like to know if there is any suggestions or recommendations on how we might be able to skillfully move forward so that we can continue to have our Sangha open and available for a refuge for all the people that can benefit from it, and still maintain a feeling of safety so that so that people can feel safe. Does my question feel clear, or do I? Yeah? Okay, thank you.
So here we are. They asked me to speak. So I listen to Sangha, I speak. In Vietnam, we have a saying from long ago that you sit in the place where your parents put you. When you are young, you're small, and your parents know what's best for you. So you listen to them because you trust that they have enough wisdom and experience in life, that when they ask you to sit down on the spot, you just sit down. Because you trust that they're always there to protect you, hold you, and do the best they can to love you. I feel the same with the Sangha. And so when Dennis pointed to me, sister didn't point it at me. Brother Pháp Lạc pointed at me. So I bowed in. And that is my practice. Because from time to time, there were moments when I did not feel like listening to the Sangha. And then I took a few breaths, and then I take refuge in the Sangha. I'm practicing, so please support me. For me, when I say for me, it's not really for me, but also the Sangha, the siblings in the local Sangha that I'm practicing with, for us. What the Sangha means to us is a safe space. When we think of going to Sangha, participating in a Sangha, we think of going home, returning to a place that there is safety, there's warmth, there's protection, there's holding, genuine holding, there's love. We do have the same challenge in our Sangha. We meet in hybrid. There are people who can join a day of mindfulness in person, and there are those who can't because they live far away or they live nearby, but causes and conditions are such that they only join on Zoom. And a lot of times they had their camera off. At the beginning, we were very happy that we could do hybrid. We could make everyone happy. Those who wanted to come in person, their dream came true. Those who were afraid that we could not do the Zoom anymore, their dream came true because we had hybrid. And then those who were on Zoom, some feelings from long ago, like jealousy, that those who were in person could sit close to the teachers and other friends and could share the snacks or egg rolls that other Sangha members brought to the day of mindfulness. Whereas those who joined on Zoom looked at those egg rolls, those snacks, with so much envy. And then all of a sudden, the feelings of the inner child from long ago arose. Mom and Dad gave my younger sister the candy. Only one lollipop left in the jar, and my little sister got that, but not me. And here in Sangha for the day of mindfulness, they all got egg rolls, but me, because I joined on Zoom. So we ended up having just the on person or Zoom. So with those friends who could join on Zoom, but with their cameras off, so are they new friends or are they old friends? We have been having friends who come to our practice sessions via Zoom for months without having their cameras on. Just like we had people who came to our days of mindfulness for months without wanting to lie down for total body relaxation. Eventually, they lie down. And we know that eventually, if there is safety and warmth in the hybrid Sangha meeting, those cameras will be on. It will take time, and it can take as long as needed. And what I found is that the very deep sharing within the Sangha can make the Sangha space very safe. And when these friends who have not yet been able to feel safe joining on Zoom or even in person, the time will come when they begin to feel safe and turn on the camera and share very powerfully. And so when people who share their stories, their pain can speak, their inner child can express themselves, those stories aren't just the stories of those who speak, but also the stories of those who have not yet able to turn on their cameras. So when one person speaks, that's the voice of the whole Sangha. When one person listens, the whole Sangha listens. And we just give our siblings time as long as needed. We have had people, even before COVID, we had people who came to our days of mindfulness and our Thursday evening Sangha for many years. And when they came, they lie down. They lie down the whole evening, even through the walking meditation, the evening sharing, but they listen. They bathe themselves in the energy of the Sangha. And for us, that was precious. That was not just enough, that was precious. We had people who came out of a mental hospital who took a cab to our day of mindfulness. They lie down the whole day. And we did not have organized and have attendants and helpers, but there were people in the Sangha who brought them lunch. So the meditation room was at the same time the family room, the bedroom, the living room. It's a space that can hold everything. And so with the Zoom, at first, it was extremely, extremely difficult for me to sit in front of the big screen and to offer guided meditation. I struggled tremendously. I closed my eyes and I said, what would Thầy do? I've been asking myself that question more than ever before after COVID came. What would Thầy do in this case? What would Avalokiteshvara do in this case? And all of a sudden, I could speak. I could invite the bell a few times, not 3 times. Sometimes after 3 sounds of the bell, I still felt I was not ready. I invited the fourth sound. I breathe in, breathe out. Fifth sound, 10 times, 15 times. And I breathe with Thầy, with the Sangha, with Mother Earth, until I was ready to let the voice come through my throat. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. And so what's important is the energy. The energy. When there is enough safety. Safety. When there's enough protection. When there is enough holding, there is healing. And it can take, I want to repeat this because it's very important for us as OI members and Sangha builders. It can take many lifetimes for us, for our fellow siblings, to truly feel safe to turn their camera on. There's no rush. As long as we walk together on the path of healing. We had Sangha members who joined on in person, who had difficulties with those who did not turn their camera on. So we sat together, hold a space for each of them to have a chance to speak from their heart how they felt. And this is what is very powerfully surprising. And all the stories that were shared had everything to do with the feelings of the little child in us. The little child in us, when they have a chance to be heard, it's very healing for the whole Sangha. So we do. We let the Sangha listen to how we feel about this, about that. And that for me is the most important step, the deep listening, the feeling that we are understood. We have a place in the Sangha. Then the ice in our heart, the pain body that has turned into ice begins to thaw. That is the sign that we practice the right practice.
Thank you, dear sister. And I also appreciate if you I'm sorry to take more time, but my fear or concern is also for, excuse me, the Sangha members who have deep discomfort in participating when somebody won't turn their camera on. Something that was shared from a Sangha member who sat with us said she didn't feel comfortable sharing if she wasn't able to see the person on the screen. An example that she gave, which was left an impression on me, was, what if I'm in the grocery store and I pass this person and they know confidential things about me and I have no idea that they're standing right next to me. They've just heard them, and that resonated with me. So my concern is it's for persons on both sides of the screen. So thank you for your sharing and your wisdom and your insight on it.
Dear Thai, dear friends, I think this is a challenge that many of us are facing right now. One of the things that comes to my mind is we've never been here before. A good friend of mine keeps saying we're making the path by walking it. We're making the path by walking it. In our Sangha also, we had people who kept their cameras off during Dharma sharing, and we had a meeting about it online in the community to voice those concerns. And we finally decided to request, but not require people to turn their cameras on during Dharma sharing. But that was my community. But the important thing was that it was a Sangha Karman decision. It was a Sangha decision. I've been reflecting a lot on, I was at the retreat from that video. Again and again and again in that 21-day retreat, Thai stressed being present in body with one another, encouraged us to live together, invited Chun Wei, I'm not sure where he is, to come live at Plum Village. And Chun Wei said, "Dear Thai, please let me check with my cows." So we're in uncharted territory. You know, what would Thai do with the pandemic, with all of us on Zoom? And how would Thai handle the hybridization that we're now, many of us are doing? And the one thing I'm pretty clear on is that Thai would encourage us to come together as a Sangha to work these things out. And again, I can't stress enough that this is just, we're making the path by walking it, and our intentions matter, and Sangha eyes are the most wholesome eyes.
So, dear friend, I don't want just add on, and we'll sit here forever just for one question, but I love to add it on. Because you know what happened? With my experience, I was in Plum Village and Upper Hamlet. I worked with the video camera. With my experience, he the first one asked us to do online. And Thai really comfortable with that. And after the, the transmission of the full ordination from Upper Hamlet to Deer Park, after the ceremony, Thai really happy. They say, "Hello, Deer Park, are you hear me well?" And he chit-chat and he talked a lot, and he asked what happened over there. He really loved that. But I would like to answer the question, what they think about online. I think he the first one asked us to do online. Yes, that's my experience, because I work on the camera, and the other brother, they also have experience about that too. He really enjoyed that. And next question, please. Is that okay?
So, dear Sister Linda, if I were you, I would... Cindy, I'm sorry. So if I were you, I would have the in-person meeting with that friend without the Zoom. I myself had to do that also. The important thing is that friend needs to know that the Sangha is there for her. Because the child in her may think that you care for the one who did not have the camera on. So having those two meetings separately would help smooth things out before we can all deepen the practice. I just feel like I wanted to say that. Thank you.
Dear respected Thai, dear Sister Chung Kong, and dear beloved community, my name is Anne. I practice also in Rhode Island. And while I was here, I had the beautiful opportunity to see a picture of Sister Chung Kong twirling or whirling in Plum Village. And my name that I received from Joanne Friday for the 5 mindfulness trainings is Homeward Dance of the Heart. So a movement, I don't know anything about this movement practice, why Sister Chung Kong was doing it. Is it cultural? How is it related to the Plum Village tradition? And that is my question. It was a picture of Sister Chung Kong standing with her arms outstretched, and there is a Sufi tradition that I'm familiar with, which moves energy in twirling or whirling. I don't know what Sister Chung Kong was doing. I only saw the picture.
Sư cô nói đi.
So should we give her the microphone?
Cũng được. Sư cô nói sư cô mấy cái thế Tây Tạng. Sư cô nói mấy cái thế Tây Tạng mà sư cô quay người đó. Bây giờ thì hết quay rồi.
I think that when I can stand up properly, I can continue easily. In order to keep the balance of the body, because when you do like that, everything is re-equilibrated. And then the balance is restored. And I feel the lot of energy early morning when I wheel 20 times, 30 times, 40 times. You see, she have done.
Cô Nhung đâu? Cô Nhung có ở đây không ạ? Cô đứng cô biểu diễn cho sư cô đi. Cô đứng cô quay mấy cái thế Tây Tạng quay đi. Cô vẫn đang tập mà.
The key point, I transmitted to you the key point. If you want to keep the balance, you have to fix your eyes on one point. Let's say if I stand up and I turn from here, I fix on the microphone of Anh Hương, and then I would not leave that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40, 70, 80, 60.
She's doing it with the body of Sister Chân Không.
Yeah, keep
Around
the
the same
balance
age.
and a lot. They call a fountain of youth
Fountain of youth.
and make you fresh. Yeah. She's doing it.
And if you like to be young like Sister Chân Không, you turn 100 times every day. Now there's a written question in Vietnamese, and it's a hard question. If in the Sangha there's no harmony, and the cause comes from the behavior of a Dharma teacher, so I would like to ask the question to the Sangha, what should we do for OI members and non-OI members to restore faith in the Sangha?
I just want to see it.
It's in Vietnamese. In Vietnamese. There's no harmony in Sangha, and the cause comes from the behavior of the Dharma teacher. So, the Sangha, what should the Sangha do so that the OI members and non-OI members can restore faith in the Sangha? Hard question.
Hard and heart.
Heart. Burning
Hard
question.
question.
Hard
The question from the heart.
Yes. Yes.
For Dennis.
For me?
So dear Sangha, I believe we have over here we have one nun, the sister Sangha, monastic sister Sangha, means the monastic brother Sangha. Everybody, I think, have experience about that, and you know, the how to deal with that also different the answer. And over here, Sister An Hương also have her own Sangha. And also my friend here, he also different Sangha with her or the same Sangha with her?
Same Sangha?
Same
No,
Sangha.
no.
No, different? See, everybody have different experience. So which one you like
Neither
to
different nor the same.
Which one you like to hear?
All of you.
All of us. Do you want to stay here until midnight?
Dễ lắm á. Nếu mà là người Việt thì phải đến với quý thầy, quý sư cô giải quyết cho.
Very easy one. She also agreed with me. It's very easy. I thought she
Very
just
easy. Tại vì nếu mà tiếng Việt thì dễ lắm. Mỹ mới khó.
Dear Thai, dear respected community,
May I?
Yes, you may. Thank you so much, dear. My big sister is helping me. The word harmony was used, and a couple of times people have asked me at this retreat about harmony in the ceremonies. When we ask, is there harmony in the community? What does that mean? Just wanted to share that I asked that from Taya that one time, and Taya answered that from the time of the Buddha, harmony meant whether there was a schism, a split, warring factions in the community. And it didn't necessarily mean that there was 100% agreement about everybody on everything, that there could be differences of opinion. But in terms of the question, putting aside that larger definition of harmony, it's clear in the trainings we need to establish good communication, to have a beginning anew, to have shining of the light, and all of that. Those are three terms that are easy to say, but require a lot of work and planning and intention to bring to fruition. And I think it's important that any meeting happen with love. Sister Gina once said that if she needs to offer some correction to a sister, and Sister Gina probably had to do that thousands of times, she said, if I'm annoyed or irritated, I don't say anything. It isn't until I'm clear. And I think, so I would say that, a meeting needs to happen, communication needs to happen, and that kind of clarity reminds me of Brother Phap Kong's glass teapot. Our internal formations need to be clear for that meeting, need to be, and then to actualize the action of that clay pot in a really wholesome way. I think that, especially in lay sanghas, and this is a Vietnamese sangha, I imagine. I'm not familiar with the Vietnamese sanghas, but in the lay sanghas, we're still really learning how to do beginning anew successfully, how to shine the light successfully. So, to really look for resources from our older brothers and sisters from An Hong, from the monastic community. I would, as I'm thinking, I would, think about having a practice gathering together of everyone who's involved at a monastery. One of the solutions for all problems that Thai offered was to practice together. And I recently experienced that myself in a group that was difficult, where we spent time at a monastery at Deer Park practicing together, and many of the difficulties just dissolved because of greater understanding. And I think that at this point of time, when a lot of us are on Zoom and not in physical presence with one another, there are a lot of formations, a lot more formations that can arise. So that's just my thinking. Thank you.
sẽ ta ảnh hưởng.
Dear respected Thầy, dear Sangha, as Dennis has shared, I see that Thầy has predicted everything. Thầy had predicted everything. And that is why he taught us the practice of beginning anew and shining light that no other tradition practice like the way Thầy taught us. And if we really put into practice wholeheartedly, as individually and collectively, I'm confident that it works. For some cases, it may be difficult, but living in the monastic community, I see that if we just look at that moment and we are frustrated, we are disappointed, and then we leave the Sangha, and then we lose the opportunity to learn. Because I see, now I look back and I saw many difficult cases in the monastic community, but if we stick to the Sangha and then slowly we'll overcome for that person and also for the Sangha, because everything is impermanent. And the Sangha is also a living organism because it's made of living beings. So it's also living and it keeps changing. And I have seen many miracles that have happened. If we are stuck to that short moment, we may think that, oh, it's hopeless, it's too difficult, there's no solution. But when we look at the whole picture and a long period of time, and then we see that things keep changing, like a river that flows. And if we don't trust the Sangha, if we are impatient, we leave the Sangha and then we lose the opportunity to learn, to practice, and to transform. When there's a difficult case, it's both for that person and the Sangha to practice together. It's not only that person needs to practice and to change, but also the Sangha to practice, to open our heart, to embrace, to maintain a good environment, and to keep water the good seeds in that person. So everyone practices, not only that particular person. And if all together we practice with patience, with endurance, it will work. Yes.
Dear Thai. Oh, sorry. Dear Thai, dear respected Sister Chen Kang, dear respected elders and Sangha siblings. This is a question related to wearing the brown jacket in public. One of the first times I did that was with Dennis here up in New York in a climate march. But I've been involved lately in the interfaith community in Pittsburgh, and that kind of happened after 11 Jewish members of the Tree of Life were murdered, and the interfaith community came strongly together, and they're very interested in having what they're referring to as the wisdom traditions as part of them. So they're inviting the Buddhist community, and it seems that more often than not I end up representing the Buddhist community, because the abbots, we have a great interfaith, intertradition Buddhist group in Pittsburgh. It's like 20 different sanghas, but the abbots seem to be always somewhere. So I end up, and I'm not sure how to handle that. I feel a little uncomfortable with it in one sense, and at the same time I remember. Thank you for telling us where Chan Wei was. So Brother Chan Wei once visiting us said to the OI, "Don't forget when you put on your brown jacket in another faith tradition, you're a minister. You would be a minister." So of course that means your behavior in public is pretty present, but also, you know, to be able to speak. So that's a question I have just about, and it's an open question for me. Should we be engaging that way? Should we be responding and representing Buddhism? I usually caveat that by saying I'm representing a specific tradition, because I know certain things about Buddhism, but not what these abbots know. So I just wonder what the comment might be on that. And lately, it's been interfaith prayer services for Syria and Turkey during the earthquakes and other things that are happening, so George Floyd and so forth.
So if I were you, and I always do this, if I feel relaxed and solid and free wearing the brown jacket, then I wear it. And if in that moment I feel like not wearing it would help me to be more at ease and more grounded, more solid, then I don't wear it. Sometimes I put my brown jacket in my backpack to go to an event, and then when I get there, I don't wear it. And sometimes I go to the place, I have my brown jacket on, then when I walk into the building, into the room, I go to the restroom, I take it out. But there are times when I know that I'm going to wear my brown jacket because I really need Thầy. I need the Buddha and all the ancestral teachers and all the Sangha to be with me. And then I go to the event. So I think wearing the brown jacket, when it can help me to allow Thầy and the Buddha and the Sangha in me to do everything, to do the talking, to do the praying, to do everything, then I wear it. And when I feel like, oh, I don't wear it so that Thầy and the Buddha and the Sangha can talk, then I don't wear it.
This is a bonus for fun. You want to hear it?
Bonus for fun.
It's a bonus. Yeah, it's a bonus.
Bonus. Bonus.
A bonus.
So, dear friend, you have a choice, but we don't. No, it doesn't mean I don't feel uncomfortable. I do. But, like Sister An Hương said, sometimes I have to wear that for Thầy. And sometimes I wear that for myself. Why? Because I practice mindfulness. That means mindfulness also mindfulness of the body. You see the long rope like this? When I walk, when I sit, I have to mindful. And I use this one to help me to practice mindfulness. And this is two things really different. One is monastic and one's for our friend. It's you see, it's not we're not conflict each other, but we share our experience. And even when I go back to visit Vietnam, you know how hard it is. But I have to wear many layers. And kind of sauna for me in Vietnam. But I get training from Thầy, and he asked us to wear because the people, they need us. You just wear like this, and you walk in such a way, you already training. That's good enough for everybody when they look at you. And remember, when you share your head, you are different. We have to accept that. We have to accept what we love, and we want to yield that. We want to continue the beautiful way of living, simple living. That's a bonus. Thank you for listening. So anyone would like to come and sit here and look down? It's beautiful. When I say, dear family, really I look at you as a family to me. We have seen each other quite a very long time. It's many years already because of the COVID. And I'm really, really happy when I see you right here with us. And I'm happy to take one person, the last one. Someone that you cannot sleep tonight if you don't ask the question. If you don't have any question, so can you answer my question? How many breaths do we need for when you hear 3 sound of the bell? How many breaths do we need when you hear 3 sound of the bell? You got it. My sister will, she offer another bonus. She will tell you kind of wonderful stories. She has many stories about anything with Thầy. So we invite her to tell the story for you. Okay? Give her a flower, please. Thank you.
We have 5 more minutes, and I would like to share with you a story because yesterday in my Dharma sharing group, a friend said that she really liked Thay's Dharma talk, and she saw, because the talk was very clear, and she could feel Thay had a firm tone. Breathing in, I relax. Breathing out, I smile. And she was very interested to see Thay's firm tone in the Dhamma talk. And so I thought, listening to her sharing, I thought, wow, you don't know how Thay was very firm with the monastics. So I would like to tell you a few stories. One day, we had a day of mindfulness in the upper hamlet. 3 hamlets gathered together, the lower hamlet, upper hamlet, and new hamlet. We gathered to listen to Thay's Dhamma talk. And at that time, Sister Chung Khong was still young and full of energy. And every time when we gathered together after Thay's Dhamma talk, there was a queue of brothers and sisters and lay friends waiting for her to ask questions. And she was like a general, a chief commander to answer to all the questions and to try to solve all the problems, small, big problems in Australia, in the United States, in Vietnam. And that day, after the walking meditation, we came to the big meditation hall to have the formal lunch. Thầy was sitting at the bell, and all of us, we sat in rows to enjoy our silent meal together, very peacefully, quietly. And at the end of the formal lunch, Thầy asked, "Who didn't go to the walking meditation today?" And imagine who raised the hands. Sister Chung Khong, Thầy Giác Thanh. Mitchell was very close to Thầy Giác Thanh. Sister Annabelle. And we, young monastics, we were puzzled. Wow, our Dharma teachers, our senior Dharma teachers, our teachers, even though we are sisters and brothers in the Dharma, but for me, those sisters and brothers are my teachers. And Thầy said, please, if you didn't have walking meditation, come out to the Sangha and practice begin anew. And Thầy Giác Thanh, Sister Chung Khong, Sister Chung Đức came out and touched the earth before Thầy and the Sangha to apologize. And we, later on, we understood, we knew that because there were so many things to look at. So Sister Chung Khong, Thầy Giác Thanh, and Sister Annabelle had a short meeting, and it was urgent. So they had a meeting during the walking meditation. And Thầy knew, Thầy noticed that they were absent. And right away, Thầy made them begin anew in front of the Sangha. And Thầy said that if you are older brothers and sisters and you don't practice correctly, you cannot set a good model for your younger ones. And since then, I never dare to skip a walking meditation. From time to time, I come late but never skip. And today we had this session at 9:30, and at 9:30 I stood there and I was ready to come up here, and the singing went on and on, and right away I recognized that I have the habit to be very on time. I remember a French practitioner, now she's a Dhamma teacher, she shared with me, before joining Plum Village tradition, she practiced with the Tibetan tradition. And the first time she came to Plum Village, she sat in the Dhamma hall, and right at 9 a.m. she saw Thầy step in the meditation hall, and she was very impressed. And I was surprised. I asked her, why impressed? If Thầy is on time, it's normal. And she said that because in other traditions, she had to wait and wait for the teacher to come. And Thầy was always on time. And one day, I remember we were in the Dharma Nectar Hall in the Lower Hamlet. And Thầy was starting to give a Dharma talk. And then somebody came in the hall, just a few seconds, maybe 1 minute after Thầy. And our hall was very old as well as the door, so when you open and then you heard, and then the whole community, we sat there, and then suddenly we saw Thầy stop everything, and Thầy just watched the door. Who is coming late? And we all, usually we were supposed to breathe mindfully, but we held our breath. And so I still have the habit energy to be late or to be right on time, but when I have the responsibility, somehow it's very deep in me, I have to be on time, right on time or earlier. And Sister Jin Kong also, she's always earlier, like Thầy, 10 minutes earlier before this time of the schedule. So I just tell you those two stories to show my friend in my concentration family that Thầy was very firm. Thank you.
So thank you very, very much. Look with me. So this is not question and answer. This is a being. We all sit together and we have an experience, and we hope we understand each other very well after this. And thank you so much for all the questions and also the answer on this panel right here. And we don't know how I can say we love you so much because of you. That's why we are here. And we know we are not perfect. But you trust us and you ask us to sit here, and we tried our best. And thank you very, very much, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. Sing a song.
Can we sing a song? Let's sing, dear friends. I do get a ride to leave after lunch. So let's sing, dear friends. Dear friends, let me tell you how I feel. You have given me such precious Dear friends, let me tell you how I feel. You have given me such treasures.
Sister Chân Không will say something to us.
I have been punished by Thai, and I have to kneel down 2 hours and a half. It was the first trip of Thai to Vietnam. The government are very reluctant to invite Thai, but if they invite Thai, it gives Vietnam a big prestige to be open to a monk who is open like that and appreciated by the world. And in fact, deep inside, Thai is very happy. I am very happy. We all are very happy to go back, but we know that go back to Vietnam with a price. So they need negotiation. And Thai said, I cannot go back to Vietnam. My books are confiscated at the airport, so I'm afraid to be confiscated at the airport. I will not go. And so 10 of my books have to be published. And 10? So much? And which one? And then Thai have to send 2 monks to United States because they invite Thai in United States, in San Francisco. And so they asked Thai Pap Ấn and another monk, I forget the name, but they both have to negotiate. And they asked the contents of each book. The first is chanting book every day. The second one is what. And negotiate. First point, I want to go back to Vietnam with the 100 monastic students of Thai. And that is difficult because until now in Vietnam, all foreigners have to stay in the hotel, including Sister Định Nghiêm and Thoại Nghiêm and Thầy Pháp Ấn. The first time they try to visit Vietnam, as they have no guilt to be arrested at all, so they went in tourist, but they have to stay in the hotel. But Thầy said that I want 100 monastics stay in temple, and then 300 lay people to join me, and then 300 people, impossible. We have no place. But we said, I know that you have place. And so you let us to hide ourselves. And so our sister and brother are very keen and know how to hide. And a long negotiation. They say no to each one, and we finally persuade them until finally we agree to go on that day, because a very, very wonderful concession from their part, like we can give 5 mindfulness training to a big audience in Saigon, 5 mindfulness training in the big audience in Huế and in Hanoi. And Thầy said that I need to give, I'm a historian, I taught in Sorbonne, also history of Vietnamese Buddhists in Vietnam, and so on. I need to give, in the group of historian and the very intellectual, we didn't know at that moment that in Vietnam at that time, only old women more than 60 years old are allowed to go to the temple. And one of our sisters later on, her school teacher said that, oh, thanks to you, visit your temple, and then I, only 46, are allowed to go to the temple. So we didn't know that for the government of Vietnam, temple are nothing. Superstitious women who not very intellectual. So Thầy said, I want to speak to historian. They said that, and they brought Thầy Pháp Ấn to go a place. We saw about 300 seats. We said that it's not too bad. We agree. But then at the end, when things happen, they are very, very tricky. They said that we can allow only 80. But they give me 80, you 40, we 40, you the government. And they give only 40 for both. And people now search, and they are the head of the historian group who said that. He shouted at the door, I am the director here, and you don't allow me, and I see my name there, but you cross. It means that we can propose a name, but they read and they cross, they censor and so on. But finally they agree, and we all are happy. And when Thầy Pháp Ấn start to climb on the train, he said that I want to go to, and he said, be careful. The schedule is only temporary. When for the security of the country, we can stop and we can say no here, no here. And Thầy Pháp Ấn said, you are not kidding. We are negotiating for 1 year, and now the schedule has been agreed by many temples in Vietnam and overseas, and you said that if you're up to your decision of security, you will be cancel this one or cancel the other one. And we are so sad, so we have to, Thầy Pháp Ấn right away said, in that case, I cancel. And they are very angry because they didn't even, Thầy Pháp Ấn did not even wait to ask Sư ông, because Thầy Pháp Ấn knows very well that if we agree, it's agree. Written paper. You cannot say that, oh, according to security, I can change. And so Thầy Pháp Ấn decided to drop. And we print right away on at that time there is already email, and we announced on the public announcement that it's canceled. Oh, many Western, non-Western, Vietnamese monks, and then we are so sad. And one close friend of me who have been among the 13 main students of Thầy when Thầy start to help, he said that he have a plan to reorganize and renew, refreshing Buddhism with mindfulness, with a way of new teaching. So he is very close friend and beloved student of Thầy, like me, like Anh Chiu, Anh Dương, it's been 13 other. And he said that, sister, they are the government, but they regret. Now they want to renegotiate even very little, even not at all. If you start, I said, no, until now, Thầy Pháp Ấn representing Thầy, it's not me. No, you can write even a few things, few concessions, or not at all. You said, I'm sorry, I don't know if, and then they will negotiate. And I said that, why not? Okay, I will write a letter. And I go through, I seen that 300 lay Buddhists who join Thầy will be too much, because they complain that there is no place, and we also come and we said, it's not good. Why paint your wall because smell cigarette in the refrigerator of any room in the hotel, no alcohol, even no beer, only cold water or soy sauce and soy. It's not a soy sauce. Soy milk. Soy milk. And then you have to rearrange. We transform every hotel into a meditation room in the upper part,
and they do early morning, very nice to go and sitting. The only thing that for monastic, we live with Thai. So when we decide that 100%, such 100%. But the lay people, they ask the permission of their company, or they can give only 15 days, because we allowed every session is 15 days, you change a new one. And then when they come, they change. And then they change, and money, they choose the most expensive one, or they choose the less expensive one, and the complication with money, a few dollars for 1 day. So I think that if we request 300 lay people joining Thai, we make only 200. It's less complicated for us. And I think that I can persuade Thầy Pháp Ấn and cô Định Nghiêm, cô Thoại Nghiêm to rearrange for the settling. And yeah, and then I put the letter, dear, not the ambassador, this is another one, the vice minister of foreign affairs. So dear Mr. the Minister, I think that we can reduce 300 lay people to join Thai. Every 15 days changing, we reduce into less than that, 200 instead of 3. Just like that, I'm not sure that they agree. I just sent in the morning, that morning I intend to come to the Hermitage to explain to Thai. My arrival is not yet. In the Hermitage, Thai received a fax directly from the ministry saying that we very happy to accept your proposal. Please come. And I didn't know. I have no time to report to Thai my proposal. And so they sent to Thai, read the fax. They agree, you go. And Thai right away come to the train station. And in the Paris, they said, you come and negotiate based on the proposal of Sister Chang Khom, of you. Thầy Pháp Ấn was so shocked. Until now, he has been the only one negotiate with Thầy, and now I negotiate. And Thầy Pháp Ấn come. He said that like that. And Thầy said, you? You dare to negotiate by yourself? I intend to explain something. And Thầy go out of the meditation hall. Make repentance to the Buddha. And then I don't know what to bring. So I bow my head and I lie down and I sob 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. And in fact, they shout me for the sake of the law. Students should not decide like that. But he's so pleased to be able. Because reduce 300 lay people who change every 15 days is too complicated. And he's more than happy. But you, repentance to the Buddha. Then he go out and all other students, they deal how to do, we go what? They pretend like everything is okay. But I'm only one who is finished. And they didn't know. So I lie down and I sob. I did it not for me. I know that they like it. I complained to the Buddha. And it's too suffocating if you lie down like that. So I have to open my knees in order for my chest is not oppressed. And I sit 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 50 minutes, half hour, 1 hour. They drink a lot of tea and they visit. In front of Thai Hermitage, there is a greenhouse where a lot of chrysanthemum is very beautiful. So they visit chrysanthemum, they drink tea. They didn't know that I'm lying down, repentant, until it was 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock. And then they said, now it's time for you to go back. And then he go to the meditation hall, he see me sobbing. Okay, stand up and wash your face. And that's all. It means that I'm released, I'm forgiven. But 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I lie down like that, and I cry, but I feel new position of touching the earth. Kneel down and open the knees like that, and you don't feel tired. So sometimes I teach touching the earth. I said, you can lie down like last time I was finished by Thai, and I kneel down 2 hours and a half, and they spread news around in Hue. She was finished by Thai for 2 hours and a half, kneeling down, and that I become famous for being finished for 2 hours and a half and lying down, open my knees in order not to feel suffocated. And that's the way Thai finished me.
So here another small sound bell. All please stand up, bow each other, and turn to Buddha. We bow to the Buddha altar. Thank you.